In this video, I'm going to show you how to use var, let, and const keywords in order to define variables and constants. I will also explain their differences. The variable is a container we create that holds whatever data we put into it. JavaScript is a weakly typed language, so we don't have to declare what type of data we go into a variable. The variable name can be anything as long as it is written with letters, numbers, underscore, and dollar sign, and has no spaces and doesn't start with a number. Here is an important thing to remember. JavaScript is case sensitive, so lowercase a and uppercase a are two different variables. When you create a variable, you create a container, and by default that container is empty or undefined. You can declare a variable using both var and let keywords. Let's see the differences. So here we are creating a variable called var1 using the var keyword, and we are assigning 15 to it. Now if we try to reference var1 before we declare it, we will not get an error. var1 will be undefined, and this is very strange behavior to people who come from other programming languages. However, if we declare var1 using the let keyword and try to access it, we do get an error. Programs execute from top to bottom, and we are trying to use a variable that isn't declared yet. And that's actually the preferred behavior. So that's why it's the best practice to use let over var. Another difference between let and var has to do with the scope. Here we have a code block for our if statement. We are declaring a variable called var2, initializing it to 30. But then, outside of that block, we reference var2, and that's fine. We get the value 30. But let works differently. Let has block scoping. Now, in our code block, we are using the let keyword, so the variable var2 will only exist within that code block. So when we try to log it out, we get an error. Sometimes we want to use a symbol that will not change, and that type of symbol is called a constant. To declare a constant, we use the const keyword. So let's create a constant using the const keyword. We will name it const1, and let's see what happens if we don't initialize it. I will save the file and we will get an error. One of the rules about constants is that it must be initialized. If you don't, that will generate an error. We will initialize const1 to 15 and save the file, and now everything is fine. If later on in our code we try to assign a value to it, you can see we get an error. Const1 is read-only. A constant can't be changed. It can only be initialized. So why would you want to use a constant instead of a variable? The key reason is to avoid programmer error in future. If a value shouldn't change, it should be declared as a constant.